All right, so let's dive into my favorite sales tools. And I want to make sure that I preface this conversation by saying that because I sell various products and services in my business, and they have different focuses and different ICAs, I do use various sales tools. So I have more than one. I do have one sales tool and one ultimate hack that I'm going to share with you today that really does cross over all of the products and services that I offer. But I want to make sure I tell that to you because you may be in the space where you offer more than one product or service as well. And you are thinking to yourself, well, how come I can't find just one tool that ultimately helps me sell everything that I have to offer? And the reality is there are going to be very special things and needs that you have for each of the products and services that you ultimately sell, unless you are just generally selling kind of the same thing. And because I work as a consultant and a coach, and I also am a digital course creator and digital product creator, then I do have different sales tools that help me in all aspects of my business. So with that being said, you too may find that you've got multiple types. And I'm going to share with you, if you are a coach, consultant, a digital course creator, my favorite ones that help me really maximize the sales in my organization and my business, and have really generated a lot of the revenue that we see today. Okay, so number one, my number one tool is really designed around my coaching and my consulting services. Those are for my VIP days, which I absolutely love doing, and also my long-term consulting contracts, and those that I continue to coach on a regular basis post VIP day, because that is also an option for a lot of folks. And that tool is Dubsado. Now, you guys have heard me talk about Dubsado in the past, and some of you guys have really explicitly said to me, what is the tool that you use as a consultant and as a coach in your business? And that really is Dubsado. Dubsado is all in one when it comes to my consulting, my high ticket programs and services, and my coaching. And the reason why I love Dubsado is because it really truly is built in with all of the bells and whistles that I need in order to be able to successfully sell my services. And that includes tracking the analytics of what my sales process and sales numbers look like. And that's really important because I just talked last week in this video here that I'm going to go ahead and link to about the importance of knowing your numbers. And Dubsado allows me to really track my entire sales pipeline and see how many people are in each step in that sales pipeline in order for me to know how well I'm doing. It also allows me to create workflows. So my actual automated sales process, follow-up process, service process for consulting, and also for my VIP days and coaching are in Dubsado. They are built in, and it is so easy for me to pull a drop-down box and actually just hit go, and those things automatically go. Dubsado also allows me to send out proposals, to communicate with my potential clients, to get my service agreement signed, and to also invoice automatically for everyone that's in my pipeline or that's working with me on an invoicing basis. Now, I typically don't do invoicing unless it's a really truly high ticket type of contract, but Dubsado allows me to do all of the above, including scheduling and everything else. So Dubsado, sometimes people ask me, why did I choose Dubsado over HoneyBook? And the reality is it wasn't really a matter of choosing one over the other. They are extremely similar and they do a lot of the same things. They're almost identical from what I understand. Dubsado was just around first, and when I needed it, I found it and I utilized it. And that was it. So once you have a tool that if it ain't broke, don't fix it, that's why I kind of go with Dubsado. And at the time, HoneyBook didn't exist. And I do also believe that Dubsado still might be a little cheaper than HoneyBook. I'm not really sure as of the date of this video if that is the case, to be honest with you. But I've been using Dubsado from the beginning before there was a HoneyBook. I feel like they're kind of like the godfather of all of that. And it is a system that is absolutely critical for my coaching and consulting, proposal, sales, email, CRM, CRM, all of that in one for my high ticket clients. And because I am a all-in-one type of girl, I don't want to have a bunch of different systems that are connected via zaps and all that kind of good stuff, and then ultimately they end up breaking down, and there ends up being a lot of friction in the process. So Dubsado, by all means, is absolutely amazing. And go ahead and take a look at it. The link down in the description below will take you right there. It will actually get you a free trial, and it will also get you, I believe, 20% off of your initial contract. If you are a coach or a consultant, especially if you're going to work with me in your VIP day, Dubsado is a tool that I will recommend, and that we will actually create the entire workflow and sales process and SOP around utilization of it, so that you can automate your entire sales service agreement, quoting, invoicing, and even your service processes in your coaching and consulting business. So make sure that you check that out. All right, sales tool, favorite sales tool number 2. And this tool is directly related to my online courses and all of my digital products. And this includes my freebies that you guys absolutely love. My freebies that I give away, the landing pages, the actual entire marketing system that we also use in this business. So it not only sells the online and digital stuff, but it is my marketing system because it is all in one. And that tool is Kartra. Yes, the story behind Kartra is something that I do share with people a lot, especially if we're doing a VIP day together. And I recommend that you do Kartra on, and I will recommend that if in a VIP day, if you are someone that's delivering a service, a coach or a consultant, and you decide that you also want to utilize the ability of a learning management system or video trainings or things like that with your clients. I totally recommend it. I think it's an amazing thing to make sure that you have in your packages. It allows you to have more freedom and automation of what you deliver. And because if you're a consulting client of mine, or even a coaching client or a VIP client, there will be a lot of video involved in the training, and Kartra houses all of that. But aside from it, it is an all-in-one marketing system as well. So before I had Kartra, I loved ClickFunnels, but I had ClickFunnels, I had Aweber, I had ClickFunnels, Aweber, and I think it was a whole different like learning management system, and because none of them had everything in one, right? ClickFunnels was the funnel, ClickFunnels was the landing pages and the sales funnel and the marketing funnel, and then Aweber was like the email system, and then the other one was the one where I housed all of my, I can't even remember the name of it at this point, but it was where I housed all of my online courses and digital products, and I had them all zapping together, and sometimes the zaps would fail, and it created a lot of friction, and if one thing went down, it was just absolutely insane. And I also at the time wanted to make sure that my help desk and that my service processes were also included in it. And so I embarked upon this journey and actually had someone on my team doing all the research, and they did an amazing job. He actually presented to me some of the systems and softwares that were out there, and at the time Kartra was kind of brand new. It was just hitting the market, and now I think a lot of other places, including ClickFunnels, continue to add different services that they provide in order to make it more robust and more all-in-one, which Kartra ultimately brings for you. So Kartra does all of it. It manages my entire marketing system. If you are looking for an all-in-one marketing system, meaning landing pages, lead magnets, forms, opt-ins, email list management, email newsletters, email marketing, and then also adding to it like funnel design, workflows, sequences, tags, and then also memberships, online courses, digital products for sale or just for free for download. Kartra is it. And it also has inside of it a help desk that I absolutely loved at the time. We have since graduated from utilizing Kartra's help desk because our service needs have just grown beyond it, and now we use something totally different. But in the beginning, when you're starting out, the fact that help desk is kind of built in is absolutely amazing. And Kartra is where it's at. I love it. And I've had other people talk to me about like shifting and moving. There's so many things about Kartra that I love, including the fact that I'm not paying per email. A lot of systems out there will say that, okay, well, once you get to a certain number of leads in this system, you've got to pay per email. And I email content out to my list. I've got a really large list, or what would be considered, I don't say really large, what I would consider to be like a medium-sized list. It's more than 2,500, it's more than 5,000, but it's not 10,000. And Kartra allows me to send as many emails as I want to my list whenever I want to. I'm not being charged per email, and that is very important to me. And that should also be important to you, because while you might be thinking right now, oh, this is a great price, it can get really expensive once you actually accomplish the goal of growing your email list and growing through social media. But if you don't have digital products or courses or things like that you want to offer, then Kartra doesn't have to be that. There's other just email marketing systems that are out there that you can use. But for me in my business, it is my entire sales funnel for lead magnet, for freebies, all the way to my digital products that I ultimately have completely automated and don't really have to touch a lot. So Kartra is definitely something you should check out in the link down below in the description. And my final, and I would probably say most favorite sales tool that I use in my business, and this is really a hack that I would totally recommend. And this is something that I've created and been trying in my business for about 6 months to a year, especially with my high ticket ones. And it has worked wonders with the conversion rate. And that is the use of video in my sales process. Okay, so I've actually refined how I use video because I found the perfect tool for it. But let me give you a little bit of a sneak peek into exactly how I use video in my sales process. So when I have a potential client or a prospect that I do a sales call with, and if it's going to be a contract or a proposal that I'll send over to them that exceeds $15,000 to $20,000, I will always use video in it. And the reason is because I used to automatically employ as a part of my sales process this proposal delivery appointment. So after we did the discovery call and needs assessment call in the sales process, I would then schedule a proposal delivery meeting, meaning you and I are going to get on and I'm going to present to you the proposal. Now, I still do that if the contract is over 30,000, but if it is between like 10 to 25,000, I will use video to convert it. And that means that I will record a video of me presenting the proposal. And once I record the video, it allows me to sell the proposal a lot more, to address any objections, literally like I am with them, and then to also be able to kind of answer any questions that they have via video, because it just helps better than writing. So now when I send someone the proposal, I actually create a video recording of me reviewing the proposal, and then they get a hard copy of the proposal itself. Now, I use an amazing system that I've been working with and kind of testing out that I'm really going to do a deep dive into in an upcoming video. So make sure that if you like that idea and you like what I'm going over, that you like this video and that you subscribe so you don't miss that. I actually send a video, so it comes up in the email message as like a thumbnail. Underneath it is a button that says grab your proposal here, so that they can review what they're saying. And then in that video, if they've got questions immediately, they can actually hit reply with video and send me back a video with questions and or a reply. And once they click on the button that says grab your proposal here, it actually takes them out to Dubsado, which has the full-fledged proposal in it, and it allows them to accept the proposal or decline the proposal and move forward with the rest of the the sales process. They pay and it automatically debits and things like that. So it has been absolutely imperative. I have seen at least a 14% increase in the conversion rate when I've incorporated video into my sales process. Obviously, you guys know that I love video, and so I think that it is king, and you know that it's king. But incorporating it into the sales process was something that I was just testing out in order to increase the conversion rates, and let me tell you, it has worked. So regardless of what system you actually use in order to deliver video, I would definitely recommend that you consider using it as a sales tool. Not just as a marketing tool, but as a sales tool. It goes a long way, and it is very, very similar to you actually doing a live presentation of what you're proposing to get those larger contracts to go your way. So hopefully you love that. If so, make sure you give me a like down below so that this video has a chance to get out there, okay? So there you have it. I mean, I told you I was only going to give you 3. Trust me, there are so many more in my arsenal that I have used over the last 25 years, some that I still use, but those that I just talked to you about are really my top 3. If you are not utilizing any of those systems in your business right now, and you are a coach, a consultant, a digital course creator, an online course creator, a digital product, provider or seller, you definitely want to consider these sales tools. And at the very least, that hack, that CP impact tip of using video in your sales process is something that every single one of you out there can use. Whether you're a coach, a consultant, a product-based business, it doesn't matter if you work with me, you're a startup, whatever. Video can definitely change the game when it comes to your sales. So if you like that, make sure that before you leave, you subscribe, that you share this video with someone who needs the information. And until next time, my loves, I will see you very soon. Bye-bye. Stay safe. Bye. Mwah. You an entrepreneur.